So I've been using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 exclusively for all my content for the past 2 years, and I really don't have any complaints about it. It has served me really well. But I started seeing all these videos on my homepage about people who are shifting away from the Osmo Pocket 3 and toward the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro. I'm just going to call it the Action 5 from now on, if that's okay. But a lot of these people who are vloggers and content creators talking about why the Action 5 is better for their needs. And they talk about, you know, the smaller profile and like having it easier to, you know, bring with you everywhere that you go. And that got in my head a little bit, and I was just like, you know what? I wonder if the Action 5 would make me feel more confident filming in public because it's smaller and might not be as visible as the Pocket 3. And maybe I'll go swimming someday and want to bring that with me. You never know. I don't like taking off my shirt, okay? But I bought it and I'm filming with it right now. So I am just kind of testing the settings. I watched a few videos about, you know, the best cinematic settings for the Action 5, and I'm trying them out now. So let's go out and about and see if this is really worth the money that I spent on it when I didn't really need to. Now, if you've only watched the past couple of videos on this channel, you might be thinking, man, this guy really likes nature and the forest and the outdoors. And I don't like misleading anybody. And, you know, you guys are nice viewers, and I want to be honest with you. I hate those things. It's just when I have a new camera, you know, especially an action camera like this, I want to test it out in different environments and with, you know, better backgrounds, more visually interesting backgrounds. You can only do so much in your basement, you know. So immediately one of the benefits, I think, of this over the Osmo Pocket 3 is with the Pocket 3, I'm holding it like right in front of me like this. I can only get it so far away from me as I'm filming, and sometimes it's like shooting right up into my nose. Not very flattering. And with this, the Action 5 is so small, I can put it on a selfie stick. So I actually have this like extended out so that I can see, you know, more of the background and not just like close up on my face, which I think is more visually pleasing. So that right there, I think, is an immediate advantage to the Action 5. So in my last video, when I was talking about getting this camera because it might be more discreet and allow me to better film myself in public. Either way, you're holding something out in front of you. So like with this selfie stick here, it is, I think, even more visible than the, you know, holding the Osmo Pocket 3 like that. So point taken, this is way more visible on the end of a selfie stick and might draw a little bit more attention. So we'll see. I'm gonna try this a little bit later in public, a more public place. I'm really backlit right now. I'm not loving how the camera's handling that, but maybe it's a setting. Maybe I just don't know what I don't know yet. So, if I go this way, is it better? Oh yeah, much better. Maybe that's just how the sun works, Brandon. You ever think of that? It's not the camera, dummy. So I do like having this selfie stick. It does have a tripod on the end of it, so I can set it down places on the go really quickly just to get a nice static shot, and then I can do stuff like this, you know, if I'm doing a walk and talk. So far, you know, I'm liking it. Ugh. Holy smokes, where the hell am I? So over and over again from a lot of different content creators over the years, I have heard the notion that the best camera is the one that you have on you, whether that's your iPhone, whether that's your DSLR or, you know, whatever you have access to. You don't need to buy a fancy $3,000 camera to get started making content. In fact, you know, get started with what you have and build up to that if you need to. So I definitely appreciate that. And at the same time, I feel motivated by buying a new camera. I really didn't need one. You know, the Pocket 3 was doing everything that I needed to do. But for this like slow part of summer where I really want to experiment with different kinds of content creation and really just, you know, ensure that I keep making stuff and filming stuff and editing stuff, because that's what, brings me joy, other than my children and my wife and my family and my friends. Staying active creatively, that's what I'm talking about here, making sure that I'm deliberate about keeping that going. And buying this camera got me up early this morning on a Saturday when I could have slept in, and went for a walk to really try out the new camera and test the settings and see what it's like to use it and what ideas it gives me on things I can do for the next couple of weeks. I think that that's worth it a little bit. Now granted, I used a crap ton of Amazon credit to get this camera. Whoa! Wind. Okay, we're gonna not use the tripod right now. So I had a lot of gift cards that I used to reduce the cost of getting this camera, so I feel a little bit better about that. But the point is the excitement of a new camera and the possibilities of what I can do with it, unlocking all kinds of different ideas, and I think that is enough to get me excited to continue to make stuff and try new things, which is all I really want for this summer, So, is it worth it? I don't know, we'll see. I just realized something. I keep buying cameras that I don't need. My dad continually buys cameras that he doesn't need. His dad was a huge camera fanatic. It's not my fault, it's my Filipino side. All of the vloggers that I watch who have really good cameras and talk about all the settings, they're Filipino too. Is that a thing? All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about the walking and talking movement aspect of this camera, and I'm sure it wasn't perfect, but I think I will continue to get better the more that I do it. It also forces me to have some exercise, so there's that. But let's see what it's like to take this into a store, someplace that I've historically been very shy to pull out a camera and continue to film. So let's check that out. Forgot to bring the microphone, so we'll see what the onboard mic for this camera sounds like. This is the main superlab in town. This I'm most likely to run into someone that I know, so this is probably the worst place for me to film, but I'm doing it anyway. I don't think I'm ever going to feel super comfortable about just pulling out a camera in public and talking to it, but I will say that really this smaller form factor is a lot easier for me to just grab it, quickly film something, and then put it away in my pocket. So there is that. I do feel like that is something. That is a little bit of progress than what I'm used to. Stand by the fact that if you don't put your grocery cart away after you've used it, you are not a good person. But that was okay. I didn't feel too bad about that. Getting B-roll, super easy. Even the times that I did talk to the camera, it was fairly hidden. I feel like it was pretty discreet, so I'm okay with this. This was a major step forward for me. So do you need the Action 5 Pro to have the most cinematic videos, to vlog easily and confidently? No, you don't. You can do that with your phone. You can do that with a friggin' iPad. Can you do that with an iPad? I guess technically you could. But the point is, buying a new camera isn't going to magically change anything about your videos, because you're still going to be the same person regardless. So you can be like me and get a new camera every couple of years to kickstart your creativity and provide a little bit of spark that you might be needing in your creative life. Is it going to change who you are as a storyteller and a content creator? Probably not. So take that information for what it's worth, and thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time.